Hey folks, on this channel I often tell stories or give analogies to communicate my message. Today's going to be one of those days. Stories that are not related to us personally often help lower our guard, our defenses, and help open our mind to see the realities and see a new tomorrow, give us hope and new actions for a better tomorrow. Okay, so today is going to be one of those days. I've been watching a series on YouTube that gives a week-by-week breakdown of World War I. Absolutely fantastic series when you look at it 1 week at a time, what's going on, instead of just looking at a macro level, which most people only have a high-level understanding of World War I. War One is very complex, but it's universally accepted that the generals were leading the war like the previous wars were won. So they're applying tactics that were used 30 years ago, 50 years ago. The American Civil War was one. The Franco-Prussian War was another one that was, I think close to 40 years before World War I began. Those tactics ignored the new realities of the battlefield in 1914. Number one, the machine gun. Number two, advances in our artillery, use of the tanks and airplanes, just to name four. What was the cost of running this war like the previous war? 20 million people died. That's numbers including civilians, and it also sowed the seeds, the animosity between the countries for the next World War, World War II, where another 70 million people died. So, pretty heavy stakes paid for some lessons that I think we can learn something here. Are you refusing to accept the realities of the modern factory as you're trying to deliver a reliability culture? Are you ignoring realities? My sampling and experiences say overwhelming number of people and leaders, the answer is yes, unfortunately. This is Joe Kuhn of Lean-Driven Reliability, bridging the gap between best practices that you should be doing and the reality that's in your plant that you face every Monday when you come into work after a couple good days off. Hopefully, maybe maintenance people, you don't have days off. But there's gaps there. Old tactics were to have an artillery barrage on the let's just talk about the Western Front between France, Britain, and the Germans. Overwhelming barrage followed by an attack where the infantrymen would go over the top and attack the lines, seeking that breakout battle, constantly breakout battle. Very common thing. New technologies of airplanes, tanks, especially machine guns and artillery, just made those devastating. The reality of the situation was breakout battles, even if they did occur, were nearly always defeated in a counterattack. You take over the other other side's trench, and then you don't have barbed wire in front of you. You got it behind you. You're exhausted. You outran your supplies, and the supply lines are on the other side of no man's land, which is bombed beyond recognition, no rail lines, nothing. So breakout battles just didn't happen. The generals were making decisions based on KPIs like number killed in the battle, the position of troops, where they are, in geography, where they are. So those KPIs and opinion of their subordinates are really what led to the decisions in battles. What eventually won World War I? This is my opinion. A lot of studying, but it was the blockade of Germany. Germany was starved of food and material. That resulted in social unrest. They didn't have enough bullets, didn't have enough ammunition, didn't have enough food. They eventually just were exhausted. But that's a long slog where 20 million people died, and like I said, setting up World War II. That's not a path you want to follow, the long, hard slog of a blockade. Questions. Are you fighting today's reliability battle with old tactics? You train, you get new tools, and you have a 3 to 5 year start learning new processes, 3 to 5 years of getting everybody on board and getting this flywheel going of reliability. That worked 20 years ago. That worked 30 years ago. Is that what you're doing? Is that your current path? Do your leaders know, and do they know reality? Are they basing their decisions off KPIs and opinion? Do they know firsthand what's happening on the shop floor? Are you seeking new technologies to be your miracle solution? Are you looking for the next airplane, the next development in ammunition or artillery? Industrial Internet of Things, artificial intelligence. Folks, I've been a plant manager. Plant managers are not stupid. But a better sales pitch on what we need to do with reliability, learning, applying best practices, training, new tools, that's not what we need. We need a solution that delivers month-over-month results. That's just a reality of today. It's just like World War I. Are you fighting last year's reliability battle? This year, in this day and age, and it has been this way for several years, easily 7 or 8 years, that you need month-over-month improvement. The business expects that. That is the machine gun of, that's the analogy. Machine gun is, hey, we got all these best practices. Hey, let's go with them. And then we just get mowed down. They just won't work. Even with short-term success, you've done some things and it's successful. And then the counterattack of, the business, just lost 10% of its business, or a sister plant is suffering. We need to deliver a few more $1 million out of our plant, or better results out of our plant. You have COVID hit. There's always something coming after your business that you need to deliver results in very short order. So your action for next week. I got 3 questions for you. Ask your lead team these. Can our business climate and the cycles that we have support a sustained 3 to 5 year reliability deployment? Can we do that? Is that reasonable to expect? Most people don't even want to ask that question because they don't want the answer. The answer is no. The answer is no. It's not a maybe. It's not a perhaps. Let's try. It's no. Question number 2. Are we putting our hope into miracle technologies? Many folks, that's yes. Many folks, it's no. They're status quo. Number 3, are we driving our actions? Are those driven by KPIs and opinion? Are those an accurate reflection of reality on our shop floor? And in most cases, vast majority of cases, I'll say all, you're making bad decisions because you're using KPIs and opinions because it's a shortcut to not do firsthand observation, and then you're doomed to make bad decisions. Lean concepts applied to reliability best practices gets results, folks. That's not a theory I have. It motivates, delivers results, and delivers a reliability culture that it enhances the month-over-month expectation. It's not a theory. Hey, folks, begin your journey. This stuff really isn't that hard. You can get free pointers from me. I respond to every comment, every email that you give me. We can set up a phone call. I got a free hour consultation with anybody on any topic without a sales pitch. Give me that. If you need career advice, you need reliability advice, anything you're looking for, seek me out. Free hour with no pressure to sign up for my services. Hit like and subscribe. This is Joe out.